Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Wow, this is my first ever YouTube video and my first yeah, so this is my first YouTube video. So welcome to my channel. Wow, okay, today we're gonna do story time. So buckle up, grab a little sippy sip drink, because it might be a long time. Well, maybe not, but anyway, let's get into it. Today, I'm gonna tell you about the time that I got lost in Japan when I was 9 years old. So this story starts out in Osaka, which is Japan's kitchen, as everybody calls it, but it is also where I spent a good chunk of my childhood. So I was born in California and raised in Japan for seven years of my life. And yes, I speak Japanese fluently and I help people learn basics on TikTok, so go check it out over there. But back to the story, no shameless self-plug. The first day that we got there in Japan, in Osaka, we were staying in this little city called Bentencho, and we get driven to our new apartment. First day in Japan and the new city, nothing really happened. Second day, we go to the grocery store. We ride our bikes around the neighborhood, we see what's up. And third day is when things start to go down. Okay, the third day, things start to go down. The day was normal, right? I just like played my Game Boy, whatever. And then come evening time, I'm getting my hair brushed out by my mom because she knew how to do my hair. I didn't know how to do my hair at the time. She goes, "Hey Nina, can you go downstairs and grab me a Coke?" And I'm like, sure, because if you know about Japan, there are vending machines literally everywhere. They are everywhere. She said, walk out of the apartment complex, go straight, and you're gonna see the vending machines. It's gonna be on your left. So I was like, okay. And I'm gonna insert like a little picture on Google Maps.
Just so you get a visual, when you come out of these doors, this is my old apartment, you could either go right or left, as you can see. So this is going left, the right way, the way my mom told me to go to get the drink. As you can see, we're coming up on this red tarp, and that red vending machine right there is the one she was talking about. That's the one that has the Coke in it. But me being me, I go the opposite direction. I go right down this road, which had no vending machines.
I finished my tea already, that was really good. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go get it for you. And since I was about to I was getting my hair brushed out, my hair literally looked like this. I had like one pigtail, because this side was brushed out, it was sectioned, and I had like this. So I walked downstairs like so. I think that I'm gonna be right back. But little do I know that I'm in for a whole adventure. So I go down the elevator, I walk out my front door, go down the elevator, and I walk out the two sliding doors. And I go out, and instead of walking straight, like my mom told me to, and it was gonna be on the left, I don't know why, but I was like, I turned right instead of going left. I ended up walking the wrong way. So I'm walking, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna see the vending machine at the end of the road. She's like, it's right at the end of the road. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm walking and I see no vending machine so far. So I'm like, I look to my other right too, not my other, oh my gosh. So after I turn right, I look to the right again and I see an alleyway. And so I walk down the alley and I see something lit up across in the distance. And I'm like, oh, finally, a vending machine, right? So I go up to it and Lord of mercy, it was not drinks up in that vending machine, okay? Let's just say it was something else, and I did not need to see that from my young eyes. You know what I mean, because yeah. So I was like, nope, that's not it, skirt, and I go back the other way. So I come out of the alleyway, and I'm like, okay, man, I'm not sure, I don't see this vending machine. I keep going down the wrong way. And I'm making these turns, you know, I'm walking down the street and I'm really not paying attention to how far I'm going away from the apartment because I'm so set on looking and finding this damn Coca-Cola. I am so set on finding this Coca-Cola. I'm like, no, like, it's fine. I'm gonna find one every single vending machine I pass. There's only Pepsi. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, oh, you want Coke or Pepsi? It's like, do you have Coke or is Pepsi okay? Is Monopoly money okay? Like, no. Like, if you want a Coke, a Pepsi will not suffice. So I was like, no, I was very determined to go find the drink. I'm walking. I don't really see a lot. I'm so distracted by, like, the pretty lights and stuff. And mind you, I'm still around like this, right? I got one pigtail in my head and the other one is just out. People are staring at me like, what is this girl, okay? Like, and I'm just walking like, you know, like looking for the drink in the vending machine. I finally get to, after walking for quite some time, passing a bunch of restaurants. I passed 100 yen store, I passed a bank, I passed so many things, a park even, like, there was so much, right? After walking for so long, I finally found a vending machine with a Coca-Cola in it. And you don't know how excited I was. I was like, hallelujah, it finally happened. So I put my little yakuniju yen into the machine, the 120 yen coins, because coins go up to $5 in Japan, and the Coke comes out, right? And I'm thirsty from walking, so I'm like, if I take a zip, will she notice, right? Like, I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. So I'm like, I sip it, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna drink too much because it's supposed to be for her. So I turn around and I realize I don't know how to get back home. I was in quite a pickle. I'm like, okay, I'm in this foreign country. I don't know the language yet. It was my first time in that city in Osaka, and I had started learning Japanese when I went to school in this city, but that was much later. This happened before. So the only Japanese I knew were konnichiwa, sumimasen, and arigato. I'm looking, you know, around for somebody to like ask for help because I'm lost. And people are passing me on bikes. There's really nobody walking around on the street because it's quite late. Like, I had left my house at like almost sunset, and now it was like dark outside. Like, all of the lights were on, and I was like, ooh, you know, like, because I thought I was just gonna be right back, and so did my mom. She didn't really think anything of it. So at this point, my parents are freaking out because they have no idea where I'm at. I remember my parents telling me that they ran all the way up to the top of our apartment building. We're like yelling my name from the building, like, Nina, like, where are you? And they went out looking around like the apartment complex, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I had no idea, you know, like, I didn't even know I was gonna be gone for that long. But anyway, I'm walking around more because I'm trying to find my way back. Like, I'm walking and I don't see anything, and I start to cry because I'm like, dang, man, like, I'm really lost. Like, I don't know what to do. I want to go home, and I'm still like this. So eventually, after I'm walking, I end up on a street that's not really busy, and I come across these three elderly ladies. Like, they're all like talking with each other and like kikiing and laughing. Like, it seems like they had just like went out and were coming back home for the night. So I go up to them and I say, konnichiwa, sumimasen, I'm really lost. I don't know what to do. Can you please help me? And I'm like crying, and I have my hair like this. And they were like, oh my God, like, they started looking at each other. They were like, oh, we don't know. Like, yeah, we'll help you though. So those ladies, bless their hearts, they ended up calling the police, and the police got in contact with my dad's agent, and they ended up bringing me to the police station. And then the agent came to the police station and brought me home. And I still had the Coke this whole time, right? Because I was on a mission. Like, I was on a mission. I had the Coke and I got it, even though it was like a quarter of the way drank because I was thirsty. So I go, after I get home, the agent brings me home, right? And my mom, she's just like, she gives me such a big hug. She's like, oh my God, like, I was so worried about you. My dad gives me a big hug. We was like, we were so worried about you. And I'm like, I'm okay, like, and he still got the Coke. Like, I got it, just like you asked me to. And they were like, we don't care about that. Like, we just care that you're okay. And I'm like, but I still got it. So yeah, that is the story of the time I got lost in Japan. I never would have asked those ladies for help. I don't know what would have happened to me. So I'm very grateful that I'm still here and able to tell this story. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!